Alright, so I haven't did a tractor collection video update thing in a while, so I thought I'd do one here again. Another one I got finished up here is the 76 ST12. The video on this should be up sometime next week. I'm hoping. I just got to edit it and everything. You know, factory matching paint, both the white and the yellow. Original 12 horsepower Tecumseh. You know, just another nice tractor to have in the collection. You know, it turned out pretty decent. You know, there's some flaws, like the hood's got a bunch of like ripples to it, and there's a couple holes drilled in it, but overall not too bad. You know, fenders have a little bit of like a rust, you know, you can tell where it was rusty, so it's full of pits. But overall, you know, not too bad. I got a couple more here I'm working on. Otherwise, nothing else in here has changed and probably never will. Sometime here I would really like to make another update video kind of a thing and go through every tractor individually again, but that might take some time. I know the last video I did was actually 2 parts and it ended up being like an hour and a half. This Sears 12.6 I did about a month or so ago now, which is actually made into a roper now. This has a Predator 224. Those engines were on sale here like 2 or 3 weeks back, so I got 2 of those. The other one's still here. And then this is the engine that was in it. These are going to go into tractors I have in here that are getting restored. I'll show you that right now. So we have actually all the tractors that I have left to restore that I currently own are right here, actually. So you have a 71, I believe, Custom 8E, I believe that's what that was. A 74 ST12, and then a 66 Suburban 10. Which this hood's actually for one of my David Bradley tractors, and I'm going to paint this one for that and then take that hood for this because they've got the wrong hood, you know, I got to switch the two. Now the transmissions from all 3 of these tractors have various issues wrong with them, and you can see just they're pretty crusty inside. So they were completely dry, so I think the plan is to take them completely apart and clean everything up. Hopefully all the bearings and everything inside are good. And then I kind of refurb on them. This is engine out of the Custom 8E. That should be good. I do need an updraft part for the carburetor and the air box, but I think I have one of those on a parts engine. So that'll get the Custom 8E will get an original engine, and then that 212 engine will go on one of these 2, and then the 224 will go on the other one. And then bam, got an engine and everything. And then this is kind of a special tractor. So this October 28th will be 10 years of me doing YouTube videos, which will be kind of cool considering, you know, I started this thing when I was 12, which is kind of funny. And yeah, so this will be a special tractor for that. There'll be like some writing on the hood just to, you know, show that that's what it is. This is actually a custom made frame, so it's not an original like Sears frame. This was actually 1/8 inch thick metal, like 4x8 piece, that I actually torched everything out because you can see the marks there. Did a poor job of doing that. And then there's actually a line here, which is hard to tell, but I actually just cut it and then welded it back together to make this shape in the frame. These side covers, these are brand new also. You can tell this is all torched out. Battery tray, that I made out of something else. But yeah, these side panels, the front frame, all of that I did. This is actually a dash and steering column I got a couple months ago, which somebody else torched out of another frame. You know, too bad I didn't just have that frame because I wouldn't be having to do this. Then we have a couple of new tires for the front. And yeah, you'll see more on that one coming up very soon. Now, of course, the main collection area here, nothing else has really changed, like I just said before. There's the silver stuff for that GT 19.9, which is that black frame. Didn't think I said that before, but that's going to be a 19.9. Because the first tractor I ever restored was a GT18, a 78 GT18, and then the second tractor I ever restored is a GT 19.9 that I painted like a Roper 20T, which is this one right here. So it would only make sense that my special tractor for 10 years of YouTube and collecting would be a GT 19.9, and I could have made it any model. I just chose that because I only have the one, and, you know, it's kind of a special, you know, model-ish. Silver and black was the first one I did, so I'm like, well, it would make sense to do another one, I guess. Anyway, I'll explain more of that, because I'm going to have a special video and stuff coming out for that at that time. That one's out. I drove this one here this morning. probably drive the Suburban 12 here this afternoon. This is my 70 Suburban 12, yep. That thing started up right away, has been sitting for about 2 months now. Just takes that long to get, 100 tractors plus, driving. Front tires are flat, so they might need tubes, or the valve stems might be just shot. They have tubes in them already, so that indicates something isn't quite right. So out here, I think I've shown you this before, but this is where I keep my attachments. Not much going on in here, just a bunch of attachments. Mini skid steers, these are for sale. I had a mini excavator here where I'm standing, but I brought that back to the auction where it came from because I need to start getting rid of some of this stuff. Nobody seems to want to buy these, so it's just like, cut my losses and get them out of here. I drilled some holes in this plywood floor a while back so this water would drain, and it must have plugged because that's wet again. It rained really hard yesterday. And then in the back here, got a bunch of different things. Got my yellow machine, which is basically just moved to take these trailers out for now, because I have to move all 3 trailers to get certain things in here out, which is super annoying. The silver golf cart, I just parked on that trailer because I don't have anywhere else I want to park it. Diesel Sears tractor, I did a video on that recently. Yeah, that'll be something cool when that's actually completely done, but right now it's still, work in progress. We have my mini excavator. Have this flanned front end loader, which is actually sold to a friend of mine. So that's got to go all the way up to Indiana. So hopefully we can do that within the next month. Hopefully October at the latest, before the weather up there gets too cold. These are where the other project tractors were, except, well, they're not anymore. So they're not sitting here. So once those tractors are done, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I have another tractor I have to go and get yet, which I currently don't have in my possession. And then after that, I don't really know what we're going to do with the whole everything here. I guess just enjoy what I've got, because I don't really plan on buying, 10 tractors, 12 tractors, whatever at the same time anymore, because there's not really any more left to buy, I guess. And where am I going to put them? So the customs I recently got running, those are right there. That wheel horse is still unsold. I'm actually going to end up taking the Onan out of that and sticking in another tractor I have where the engine is just about ready to blow up. SS18, I recently got that running. I drove that probably last week sometime. That fired right up, ran great. Got a seat here that's going to go on that GT199. And that's cool, it already has the seat spring mount on the bottom. So that's pretty cool. Got a junk seat here. Otherwise, that's about it back here. Bunch of miscellaneous stuff on them pallets that I really need to go through. It's starting to get out of hand. So that's going to be it for this video. Not a whole lot has changed, but yet, a bunch of things coming up. I am making a video on them restorations that I have going on in the shop. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we're coming very soon.